Well, good afternoon, everybody. Is everything working? I guess so. Well, looks like I'm the only person here. Give them a few seconds to arrive. Yep. Bloody ads playing at the beginning before you join. That makes it a bit difficult. Yeah. Anyway, so here we are, all ready and raring to go. 6 people watching, 7 people watching. Andy Stubbs, Malkay, Mossy. There we go. I thought I was going to be the only one here. I shouldn't say things like that. Actually, the streams are sort of getting more and more popular, which is quite a lot of fun. And I'm also noticing the fact that I'm almost getting the same amount of, well, actually more plays after the case than I am actually during the day as well. So obviously they must be entertaining and people want to go back and look at them and get the information off them. I'm trying to do my best to put some notes in the description box after they go live. G'day, Peter. But yeah, such is life. I'm still getting used to all the whole sort of, the whole way the thing works. Anyway, without rambling on too much, let's bring up a browser page and get off the screen there a bit. Okay, let's do the roundup, just the channel roundup, which is sort of something that I'm doing to all the smaller channels and a couple of the big channels as well. Don't forget there is the Discord link in the description box below. That's and that's this thing here. That's if you want to type in. If you don't want to go into the thing, blah blah blah. Yeah, always keen to have you on and add your voice. Anyway, what have we got going? What have we got going on today? Okay, so I threw up another video today, which is the talking about the meetup.com system. I don't know if you've actually seen that meetup.com. Let's just meetup.com. Meetup.com have been running for quite a few years now. You create an account and then of course you tell them where you are, then you can start to search for different things around in your area. Of course this browser is not set up for that, so I can't show you all the bits and pieces, but again, that's my account. I don't want to show you what's in my account. The link to the group that this was at is in the description box down below in that one, and it's a good turnout, well worth popping out and sort of meeting some other Farang in the Bangkok area. Even if you're a long time stayer or a short time visitor, everybody's welcome, and it's a good day. It's a good way to occupy a day without breaking the bank. We have morning tea or morning coffee, we have lunch, and then we have the afternoon coffee. Well worth joining anyway. Enough of that fun. Maggie's journey. Yes, I joined Maggie last night on her live stream. That was a lot of fun. And she's putting up some more videos there. Private thank press party by Central Phuket. I haven't actually watched that one, but yeah. Then we got Phi. She's doing another hotel resort walkthrough. Chucky, No Time to Be Sad. Life in Thailand, whatever makes you happy. Well, I think it's a pretty good statement. Chris B, good afternoon. Hi to Kwan in the sauna. Okay. So Chuck's back in Thailand again and doing his Thailand stuff, and it looks like he's found himself a dog. It doesn't look like it's a real dog. It looks like it's a patting dog of some sort of... Anyway, I haven't watched the video. Check it out. Thailand Unplugged. More news from around Thailand. And Jocko. I'm back in 15 minutes, Andy. Okay. Jocko. That's his trailer. Yeah, Ho Hin is doing more stuff around... I think we said that on Saturday. David Daly, he's down in Siem Reap. Bangkok Travel, more live streams from Bangkok Travel. Foreigner Joe, travel until I run out of money. He does a bit of a sort of talk about the fact that he knows some people that go into the whole process of coming out. That's it. They just take their holidays. They just run out of money, then go home. Well, yeah, Stephen, mute the thing. There we go. You joining us today, Stephen? Hello.
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 Hello. How are you?
I haven't got the chat up, but that's never mind.
That's all right. You'll get there. You can open the page and you just pop out the chat. Then you can sort of just mute the stream sort of thing.
I've got the page, but I just got to open the chat.
And Johnny Siam's joined us, and Jade Star's joined us. G'day, g'day. Hello, Stephen. Hi, Warren. Finally home early from work to catch the live show. Okay, David, good on you. So he talks about that, and he also does a subscriber meetup as well. A bit of chat there. Direction Bangkok. Andrew, he's checking out the death of every citizen. A steady job. Bit of a take on my little anti-JOB thing as well. JOB, if you don't know what it stands for, job just over broke. But anyway, he has a bit of a chat about that.
JS.
Johnny Siam, yeah, there we go.
I don't have to type. I've got a voice.
You've got a voice, have you? Yeah. Yeah. But who's going to post all the jokes into the stream?
He said I wasn't funny anymore, so I'm not going to bother.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay, you're going to pack up your little Lego blocks and go and do something else. Oh well.
You're right. I'm on fire. I'm not on fire anymore. I've burnt out.
You've burnt out. That's what it is. There's Nid down there, sort of live streaming, flipping through here. Colin, how to transfer visa to a new passport. Okay, so we did the passport renewal, and that might be some useful information there, what he went through there for getting the visa, because I said, I've got to do my passport renewal next year, and
Hi, Jade.
Yeah, and I think then of course the visa that they originally issued is in the previous passport. My previous understanding was the fact that you're going to carry both passports with you, the old one and the new one. They just cut the front page of the old one when they renew them. But yeah, he's got some information there, so I might be checking that one out later. Our Thai journey, he went did a homestay. What do you call it? Homestay, river stay thing up in Kanchanaburi last weekend. Not last weekend, the weekend before. I know he sent some pictures out there from when he was there, and he sent me a bit of an idea of what it was all about. It might be something I go and check out as well, if I can get Chanya away from the salon. That is.
A bit of fishing and go in the stream. I think that's what Chuck.
I don't think he did any fishing, but yeah, they just it's lovely just having the water run past and just the sound of the water. Like your little what do you call it videos you keep on sending me, the ones that get millions and millions of views, waterfall running and shit like that. Anyway, so Ian Black, go on, sir.
Put your video up, you might get millions.
I might get millions. I never know. Paul H, g'day. And that's what Sheer Peck, the artist. Hello. Okay, Sheer Peck. Another new name I'm not familiar with.
Pink. Sheer Pink. You said Sheer Pick.
Share Pink. Okay. Share Pink, the artist. Okay. 18 people watching, 3 thumbs up. Oh, we've only just started, I guess. So Ian Black, this is carrying on from the the talk he did with, we did a get-together down at the mall down here. Bit of a background noise, but came to, just a bit more about just talking about living in Thailand. The sort of thing we do on the stream here, but, it's just, when we did it with Ian. Talkback Thailand live streaming, so he did his usual live streams on the weekend. Thai with Sarah. We get her all sort of revved up with a friend of hers down at the local gym. Just a bit more Thai conversation, giving an idea of the speed and what they talk about. There's the it's very hard at my level of Thai. I find that sort of conversation very difficult to work with, but well, I do hope to get together and do a sort of a collab with her sort of soon enough, so that I can work out my schedule. Amazing Chiang Mai up there. We went to the Jib Chill Feel Good Coffee Festival. All these people are making coffee with all their little contraptions and bits and pieces. I didn't realise there's that many different ways to make coffee, to tell you the truth. Yes, Stephen?
Pretty big in Chiang Mai. That's where they I think they use cat poo from up in the mountains sometimes.
In their coffee, wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, coffee, cat food, and they extract the nut, and that's where the coffee comes from.
Oh, I believe I think I've seen some videos about different types of coffees that the beans after they've been passed through the digestive system of certain animals. I don't think it was cats; it was something or other else. It happens in Turkey or something like that.
Some kind of cat, I'm pretty sure, or it might be. But anyway, it's very expensive. It's not a very nice process to think about while you're drinking your coffee, but it's apparently very expensive.
Is it? Okay, yeah. Well, I suppose so. Yeah, it's just not like you can just go and pick them off the tree. You have to wait for the pass through their digestive system.
I can't look at that, but somebody on the internet. Coffee poo.
It happened in Bali. Okay, so Bali does it. Yeah, I've seen a few videos around the place. Not specifically cats, but yeah, going through the digestive systems, and they got to pick up the excrement and then wash it all off, and there's the beans. So Robert Mack is was that Robert Mack in Asia found the treasure here, more stuff from Vietnam. Andy Wright.
Poo. Oh.
Yeah, cat poo tastes like shite. Yes. I think it's the bean inside the cat poo that they're talking about. Yes, there's Andy doing his live streams. He's down in Patio at the moment, from what I understand. Serena, Ladyboy live cooking dinner. Looks like she's back at home in Phuket there, cooking dinner.
Coffee is copy. Coffee is copy. Copy luwak, cat poo coffee.
Is it? Okay.
Hang on, I'll see if I can get a bit more information. Yeah, copy is actually. I used to think cafe was coffee, but anyway, copy. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'll keep looking it up on cat poo.
Okay. Anyway, Do More Life, more live streams from Do More Life. There was that one there, and of course Ford. I think we covered that one there. How travelling builds and restores character. A little talk he talks about there. But yeah, travel is one of those things. I think it broadens the mind. Anyway, we got all that done in a reasonable time. Any news on Kev? Still on the recovery cycle, buddy. I'm not in direct conversation with him. I let him recover in his own good pace. Good afternoon, Maggie. How are you? And TM 101. He's written in Arabic. What's that to say to us there? And Google Translate sort of says occurrences and diffusion variables, mountains and okay, not really sort of making much sense.
Okay, coffee luwak is coffee made from beans that have been digested by a civet. I don't think that's the correct pronunciation. A civet cat, that is cat poo coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Balinese farmers. So lots of coffee luwak. I think coffee luwak is the Indonesian term. That's not the Thai term. Coffee luwak, that's Indonesian.
Right.
Is produced by civets. Blah blah blah. Cherries. So it's coffee cherries.
Because I've got big boobs. I mean, big news.
You're on open speaker again.
I want everybody's attention because I've got big boobs. And you meant to say I want everybody's attention because I've got big news.
Big news, not big boobs.
Yeah, so I want everybody's attention because
No,
I've got big.
nom yai. Stephen with nom yai. Yes, okay. Okay, so I haven't got much prepared. There you go. I haven't got much prepared for this afternoon's stream. I sort of there's 23 awesome things to do in Bangkok. Well, we might throw that one up there as at a discussion point. Oh no, actually, let's do this one first. I just came through the cycle yesterday. There's obviously the whole mandatory health insurance for retirees. This article basically says it's now falling flat. There's nothing stopping the OA visa holders and people who renew on the OA visa. There's nothing stopping you from going down to the immigration office and then transferring to what they call a non-immigrant O visa. Now, I haven't read all this article, and it seems like it's I'm so sure as soon as that this is now being identified, this will now then throw another spanner in the works, and then they'll go and change it and blah blah blah. So why would you bother? But yeah, so it's just one of those things. This is actually an immigration officer in Phuket highlighted the fact that anybody can do it. You know, that you can just go and change your visa from an OA to an O, and then you don't have to worry about the health insurance. It's yeah. But I think in this day and age, I think we need to look at our health insurance. I will be getting my health insurance probably within the next 6 to 9 months. I don't have to get mine until September the 20th, so probably about July, August I'll go, and hopefully all the bullshit's over and done with, and it's all stabilised, and people have joined the funds. Right, there's a few videos I've sort of seen. Like people have given me a few links for a few people have done videos on it, and it's not that expensive. And so I think I did always have plans of getting mine done before the age of 60. So I turn 59 next year, so it's as good a time as any. So was that?
How old are you next year?
59. 59.
Oh.
Right, so yes, yeah, I'm then 2 years older than you until you turn 58.
That'd be terrible.
You're only as old as the girl you feel, and growing old is mandatory. Growing up is optional. They're my two mottos. Anyway, moving along. This was another one that caught my eye the other week. Out of 37 countries, Thailand has the worst pension system, says Bloomberg. There's a bit of a sort of stick in the Bloomberg sticking it to the Thai authorities, but this is the thing. This is why Thai family is so tight. That's one of the things I was taking out of it. It's something that we don't sort of see very much in the world. Is the tightness of Thai family. And again, I think I've mentioned this. Chanya's mother and father I really don't know whether they're actually divorced or just separated. But they're divorced or separated. But Pa still comes around, and eats from the communal table, which is a sort of a Thai tradition. So does the brothers. They come round and eat at the table because mother still makes food for them. Family is a deep thing. And that's where the whole, what do you call it, the pension system seemed to be lacking as well, because family takes care of family. Mother runs up to Sukhothai every so often, probably every sort of 6 months, and spends a week or so there looking after her father. He's getting on in some years now. He's in his 90s. Her mother passed away 2 years ago. And she was up there a lot more regularly. But that is the way pension systems work over here. The family pays for them, looks after the family. And something just bipped on my phone, whatever that was. Pension systems. But don't forget, pension systems are paid for by the people, So if there's only sort of 4 million people out of the 65 million people in Thailand actually paying tax. Oh, that was another thing. I even saved the article as well, was the fact that the Department of Land Transport or Customs are now bringing in what they call a carbon tax for big motorcycles. Oh my God.
Jeez.
I don't see carbon tax being added on to big motor vehicles. Like how big does a motorcycle engine get? Like 2 litre? Probably
It's because they care about the environment, Warren. They care.
They're careful, yeah, right. I just think there's just another way of milking. Again, Thais don't pay tax. They've got to get their tax revenue from somewhere.
How could you think that?
Anyway, so the good news, or the good news article I had for today was this one here. So, 23 awesome things to do in Bangkok you never knew existed. So this is really obviously those people, focus on the people who are coming to Bangkok. And I've lost my chat. Where did my chat go? Let me pop that back out again. Pop out the chat. I must have clicked the wrong thing. There we go.
So,
28 people watching, and what, 3 thumbs up? Jeez, that's slack, isn't it?
8 thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up, guys.
There we go. 8 thumbs up. Anyway, we're only just moving along. What have I missed? Sorry, Chris, that was an accident. But you deleting people again? God, you'd be banning yourself next to me before you know.
That's right.
Noms and nipples. Where are we? Sort of expensive for older people. For health insurance. Yes, I know. And again, it's a pool of people in that category which sort of caters for obviously the remuneration packages that they offer. So, from what I understand, as long as the policy you take out has the coverage for the inpatient and the outpatient sums, then any insurance policy will do. Which means this is what we'll be looking at as the things progress over the next 6 months. We will sort of see, what the fine print is on these policies, and I will be making inquiries as I choose. And I'm looking for a Thai policy, not specifically one made for foreigners. I'm entitled to take a Thai policy. I have a Tabian barn. I have all that sort of stuff that and what they call a permanent resident, or what they call not so much permanent resident, but what they call a long stay resident. It's a lot of.
There's no guarantee you're going to take the Thai policy, is there? Or?
Well, as I said, I understand I'm allowed to take them. I'm a human being, just like anybody else, as long as the coverage there qualifies you for the renewal of your insurance. That's all this. Sorry, you're a bit. So you're basically not using your headphone mic again, and it sort of keeps that.
All right. You're looking to the. Oh, okay, yeah, sorry.
That's all right. Yeah, it's just it gets that little bit of a sort of a squirrely start when you talk because. That's all right. We'll still have to wait to sort of see. So what did you say anyway?
No. You said you've still got to look into the Thai insurance policy, haven't you?
It's least of my worries now. I don't have to worry about it until September, and I'm pretty sure we'll get a good splattering of YouTubers doing their policy updates throughout the next 6 months, which will give me a little bit more information about what they're doing and find help.
One scenario, you might have to get a Thai one, and then you might have to top it up with another one. Who knows?
I don't know. I'm not worried about it for at least 6 months. So.
Cross that bridge.
Luke Van Poorn, g'day. How you doing? Robin Cox, hi from Denmark. Just came on. Just enjoying the live streams very much. Thanks, Robin. Aussie Bob, g'day from Oz, Sydney. Another Sydneyite. Probably looking forward to escaping the prison colony down there.
Come on, Warren, we have to live in this shit up.
I know you do. Anyway, so let's have a look at these fun things. As we go through them, if you've been here, let us know. This one's actually on my list of. It's actually a market Chang Market. It has this freaking big aeroplane in the middle of it as a feature. Um, and you can actually get inside the plane, and it looks pretty cool inside and everything else. Got some nice art around the place, and yeah, so I've got that on my pinned that on my maps. If I'm in the area, I'm gonna have to check that out. Really looks quite nice. Um, Price 60 cents, 20 baht to get in. They're sort of saying. I was under the impression it was actually free. It's just a market. There's no entry fee for the market, but there might be an entry fee to actually get onto the plane. I'm guessing maybe. Yeah, so if you're in that area, sort of 460/8 Siradorn Road, Bang Plat District, Bangkok. Wish they'd put these Google Maps, a website. There is a website for it. Who's talking here with Wazza? This is Stephen Monash, Mr. Banana King. You're quite welcome to come on and say hello, Adrian. Just there's a little thing down the bottom there for a link. You just can, yeah, and you can join the Discord and then come on. Okay.
And I thought I was a celebrity. Jesus Christ.
Oh, well, Banana King's a celebrity as well.
I mean, he doesn't know
a lot
who
of
I am.
stuff there in Thai. Okay, there's the map. Let's have a see if we can sort of bring this up. Northamburi. It's on the border of Northamburi and Bangkok. It's actually on this side of the river too. Okay. I like things on this side of the river. Yeah, so that river, that's the line of demarcation. I don't like going on this side. That's where all the bad traffic is, on that eastern side. I know we get bad traffic on this side, but I'll tell you what, that ride I did on last Sunday, oh my God, going out to the waterfall, seriously, and the ride home, God, did they have to deal with that every weekend? It reminds me of going through was it Brooklyn back in the 70s when, coming up the windy road from Brooklyn before, I think just as the expressway was opening, and it was just bumper to bumper, it'd be bumper to bumper.
We call those twisties, right?
They call those you and your twisties. Anyway, so that's just again. So you just write these things. I'm not going to make any links down there. It's just I will put the link up here in the box. So just don't click away. You can find all these things yourself in the from the article. Anyway, so that's the first one. Second one. Have a forest beneath your feet, PTT restoration project. Now I think this was closed down. Let's have a look at that one. But yeah, you can walk across. They've built a skywalk across the top of this, like small greenery. And that's typical of Thai websites. They just don't know how to build them, seriously.
Hope you're wrong.
I'm in Thailand. Okay, site can't be reached. I think that's because it took too long to respond, or they've taken it down. Coordinates. Google Maps, that's the coordinates.
Oh, there it is.
So it's a little metro forest thing. And it's not giving us any more details than that. Oh, there we go. There is the details. I still reckon it's still there. Was it open times? Not giving us much information. Getting a 4.4 rating there. Have a look at a couple of the. So that's another little green space. I might have to pop out there and check that out. Some nice photos.
Chris B says, everybody, if you created a Thai peanut sauce, what would you call it?
I have no idea.
Probably Stephen Monash.
Yeah. So anyway, it's got this walkway across the top of the forest, and you can sort of, look down at the forest. It looks, the photos I've seen from here looks pretty good. It's got obviously some.
I hope they built it properly. Jesus.
Well, it looks fairly well constructed there.
It'll be high up.
Yeah. Anyway, moving right along. A prayer from a tree tunnel. Chong Tron Railway Station.
Sure.
This is one of these. This is one of those road or railways that goes down to the, that market that they have it down south in Summit Suckon, where the train drives to the market. This is another location along that railway, as far as I know. So if you want to go to the market, the best thing to do to go to the market is to catch a train down. You'll get to see this as well, I would guess.
Or if you want to get run over by a train, either way.
The train passes through between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. with intervals of approximately 15 to 20 minutes between changes. Okay. As I said, it's all about interesting stuff. Okay, have your Disney moment at the abandoned Sleeping Beauty Castle, Magic Land. Okay.
Bring your prince.
Opening hours 24 hours daily. I doubt that's open 24 hours daily. Does it have a website? Do we have a location? Okay, well, let's see if we can sort of, bring up Google Maps again. Address to see if we can actually locate it. Okay, that's the park. John Prom Chatuchak.
Yeah.
Okay, so it looks like somewhere in that Chatuchak Park. What do they call it?
It's Chatuchak Market, isn't it? Chatuchak Market as well.
Yeah, Chatuchak Market's just down in this space below the park. So that's the market.
Huge market already there.
And there's a children's museum here. I don't know, maybe that's where it is. Children's museum. No.
Castle.
Okay, it's not the children's museum, so I don't know what they're doing there. That was just when's that photo taken? 2019. Looks like a car park in the road. Thought it was a lot greener than that. Okay, Wild Bird Wave Bridge. There's a few things in this park you can go to check out. Rottweiler Park.
What's it called?
Railway Engineering School.
Oh, Rottweiler Park. That's Rottweiler's train, isn't it?
Yeah, so that's right. Train Park.
Train park.
Well, I can't seem to locate it there. It's probably something when you get there. It's probably easy to find. Anyway, it says it's somewhere in there. Sorry, I can't be more helpful than that one. Okay, so what's this one here? Step into the gorgeous literary mansion with the old and rare books. This is something up your street there, Stephen. Nelson Hayes Library.
Yeah, I'd visit that one. Yeah, I go to the Bangkok Library.
Yeah, when you go it's your old stomping ground, isn't it?
Yeah, all my mates go to the bars, but I go to the library.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't got any mates really, but if I had some, that's where they go.
Accept the cookie policy. Yeah, it's probably worth popping out there, something different to do. It's been there for 150 years, I'm gathering, by that. Okay. Yes, now I actually have been to the Flow House. This is a thing for the more adventurous type, but with the way my back is these days, I don't think I'd get on a board anymore.
No, I wouldn't advise that, Warren. It could be a long weekend.
It could be a long weekend at a stretcher. And I've seen some pretty bad falls off this stuff.
Make sure you got your insurance before then.
Yeah. So the just above the Flow House, the actual the surfing is the actual bar that we went to, and I met Tim there when he first.
That's what I remember it now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bar's over on the left-hand side there.
Yeah, it's just above the thing there. But yeah, so it's like it's a surfing thing. I think it was like 120 baht for 30 minutes or something.
I'll give you 1,000 baht if you do that.
Well, geez,
I'll pay for it.
the
I'll pay for it.
the
I'll pay for
challenge
whatever.
the challenge is on, is it? Oh my God, I'm have to do
Yeah,
this.
yeah, yeah.
I might, well, how about when
What's the?
when you come out here, we'll go together.
No, I'm just going to pay you to watch you come on it. I'm going to be in
um,
the bar having a beer.
yeah, but anyway, so it's basically that's a like a Nerf board surfing sort of thing. You get on this
I'd
thing
spend
here. It's got the flow. It's the flow house. It's a lot of fun. I watched the guys there for a bit, and it just looks quite dangerous. It does have its own website.
You can lie down if you like.
Well, I might actually do the lying down part. Yes. Okay.
At least
So
get on your knees. Don't embarrass them.
okay, looks like they've got a website in progress, but they've got a Facebook page.
Yeah, it's easy. Look at that. Look at her. She's having fun.
See if we can get a bit of a video going.
We photoshopped it.
Um, okay, 800 baht for an adult hour. That's all right. Are we going to have any pictures? No, no pictures. Are we going to need sort of videos of somebody actually killing themselves? There we go. Just the audio. There might be a copyright on that music. So yes.
Right.
So yeah. So oh, it's got burgers there too.
You take the burger on the board with you.
Yep, and just in the same area. There's a Harley Davidson shop just around
That's
the
right.
corner as well. So definitely worth checking that one out.
Yeah.
Okay, number 7. We got
Everything
20.
like
We got
that.
37 minutes to go. So what do we got? How's things going? Zero. Hot surfing, hottie surfing. Yes. Um, I still can't get my biker chicks in bikinis. We went close last weekend.
Oh, that'd be good. That'd be good.
So where's my website? Where's my? There we go. So didn't quite get them in bikinis, but we got a few of the girls there. Scantily clad in the water. We had a lot of fun
Yeah.
out there. But anyway, you can check my Flickr out. Okay, that's enough of that. Okay, pay your respects. Okay, I know Tim's been here. I've heard that there's a group that hang out the front of this now, and they want to sort of rip you off for 100 baht to get in, and it's like it's not their place. They're just covering the gates to stop people from going in, unless of course they pay the
Oh,
piper.
yeah. I remember this one. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so there's the aeroplane graveyard. There's a couple of 747 hulls, or a 737 and a 747 hull in the yard, which it's all run down. Aeroplane graveyard. I'm pretty sure I've seen there. It is.
Bit morbid, but
Let me just see if I can just get that one working again.
actual people died on that flight, didn't they?
I don't know. But you can zoom in here as much as we can get on the actual thing. There's not much in the way of aircraft. There's a couple of wings. There's a couple of fuselages, and you come in via this. But I believe somebody's put some sort of temporary gate at the front of this to stop people from going in. But then again, you might be able to get to it from the. I think Tim said he came on the. There's a what do you call it? A longboat that goes up this clong, and you can come in from the other side as well. They don't cover both ends; they only cover the one side of it. But anyway, so it's worth checking out if you're in the area.
Yeah, something to do. Yeah.
Right out of the fairy tale, Chocolateville. I don't know why they call it Chocolateville. We actually had a one of Chanya's birthday parties we had here. Um,
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
um,
Did a video on that. Yeah.
I know where it is. So if I go to put a Monton over here, it's along here somewhere. Somebody beeping me somewhere. Ban Nam Ken Den, I think that's the place. Yeah, so I think I do have some. Did I actually make an album for that one? Let me have a quick look. Albums.
And Banana King says the planes look like I finished working on them.
Okay.
That's Qantas for you, Banana King. More do you need than a wing and a prayer?
I'm gonna have to find where those photos are. I know I did I thought I made an album for it, but maybe I didn't. Bar Num Keen Dan, so it's not in my actual album list. But yeah, we went out there, took a whole bunch of photos. It's a nice place. Somebody popping on Facebook. Yeah. Somebody wanted to say something on Facebook. Oh, okay, that's Sarah. Hello, thanks so much for the invite. We'll see you if we can make it. Need to wrap things up. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Sarah, that's it's Thai with Sarah. Hopefully she's
Who
going to
serves the best airline food? Chris B asks. Depends which airline, I suppose.
Which serves the best airline food? Well, I think it's all shit these days, isn't it?
Got to go to business class.
Yeah.
Banana King says Emirates first class.
Yeah. Like when I was flying, I didn't mind the Thai food on the Thai Airways. It was always better than Qantas, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's gone downhill in my opinion.
Yeah, but everything's gone down in your opinion. But yeah,
anyway, shit now.
Yeah, so it's done in a sort of a what they call what's that clongs up in Austrian style, sort of type of thing, and it's got that overall look, and it's really quite a nice place to visit. You have to check it out. Chocolateville, Bar Num Keen Dan.
Yeah, it's sort of very European.
Then I could have guessed. That's just saying, come. They're sort of saying something different.
Unusual time. It opens 4 p.m. to 12 a.m. That's unusual. Oh, well, there you go.
They're saying it's over here. Strange. Maybe there's another one that's done sort of the same style. Maybe I'm getting that all wrong. God, I could swear that's the Bar Num Keen Dan. Just the photos, with the little everything, It looks like where we had dinner. Anyway, it looks like there might be two of them. There you go. Marvel at the Hanging Gardens. Okay. So I might have to check this out when I'm out there next. So that's where we're doing the meetup.com meetups are at. Is in the Emporium, the M Quarter Emporium. So I might have to check that one out. You want to take some photos? Looks quite pretty. Might have to do a walkabout. I got to do a walkabout. Find a few things to go and check out in that area. Just do a walk. I know there's a park, so it's a park I could walk around. We got that. We could walk around. See if I'll talk to Tim tomorrow night at the meetup. See if he wants to do a walk around for the M Quarter.
SP says Air Asia was surprisingly good, and Singapore Airline has gone from good to crap. Oh, geez, sorry to hear that. I was going to fly with them.
Has anyone noticed the rip-off prices of Burger King in Swampy? Well, I don't know. So the Burger King around here, like Burger King is more expensive than McDonald's. There's no doubt about that. I think but again, like if you go for the Whopper burger, it's like, it's the size of 3 burgers. It's freaking gigantic. And they want 229 baht for the Whopper meal, which is that, the fries and a Coke. But one thing I do sort of say about Burger King, it does taste better, and I do like their probably once a week, and their fries. I don't know what they must use a different oil for their fries, because their fries just seem to be just so much more tasty. I don't know. Is that possible?
The Burger King go, here comes Panda. He's on his way again. Come on, let's get the double burger ready.
I'm going to mute you.
I love that nickname.
It was 700 baht. 700 baht. Seriously?
Oh.
Yeah. Well, just there's a 7-Eleven down on the bottom ground floor. Go and get a burger from 7-Eleven, 37 baht. I'm pretty sure they'll still charge you 37 baht for a burger. It is microwave, but again, if you're that
You don't want to have your JS before you get on an aeroplane flight, that's for sure. Don't want to repeat them.
Yes, but it lasts longer. Was it Johnny? Yes, but it lasts longer. Time to eat before the flight, and repeats repeats the whole flight. No, I used to get a because I used to take the morning flight out of Sydney, and you'd get there and it flies at 10, so you're there at 9, so you get the breakfast meal. And I was always in McDonald's in the airport in Sydney there with the two hash browns, sausage and egg McMuffin, and a cup of coffee. And that filled the holes, and then the Thai food on the journey, you didn't have to eat it all.
You have a burger before the flight, and then drop a burger on the flight.
Drop a burger on the flight. Yeah. I think just the airport price gouging is just something you just have to live with. Lots of people want to get in there, so they can they got to charge a higher rent. How do it is like.
The secret to smelly feet is to shave the dead skin off them. That's how you get rid of smelly feet. Shave all the dead skin off, and you'll have no more smelly feet.
Is that right? Oh, that's a bit of information that we all wanted to know.
Well, okay. Chris B says, I hate it when people take off their shoes on an airplane because they stink, obviously. So that's how you get rid of them. You shave the dead skin off.
Oh, here's another thing. So this might be another location for a walkabout, because this is the where is that? That's
parmesan cheese on your pizza.
Let your imagination flap its wings. A butterfly garden out at the park above Chatuchak as well. I didn't know about that. So there's two things to probably see in that park. So it might be worth a walkabout. So there's two walkabouts we could probably do: M Quarter and Chatuchak Park.
A garden named after Warren, Butterfly Park, Butterfly Garden.
Stop it! I'm going to mute you.
So you put me off toast. He said the shavings off your feet. He said that stuff is nice on toast.
Toe jam. I'm feeling sick. I'm feeling sick. I think I have to drink some water. Stephen's vlog: how to shave dead skin off your feet.
Let's get a few responses, Chris.
Get your spook on. Here we go. Get your spook on. Southorn unique ghost tower. Unfinished skyscraper. Full of ghosts. Now, seriously, I would not be this guy standing on on the edge of this thing here. Like, seriously, No, so that in my younger days, maybe when I had better balance, when I used to skateboard. But
oh my God, that makes a difference.
Yeah,
that's weird. I couldn't do that.
Actually, there is when we talk about Chatuchak Park, there's another building. I don't know if you can go into it, but this building along this street here. Okay, so we're not getting a go. What do we got in here? That's still Chatuchak. Why don't we have a street view inside Chatuchak? Let's go up here.
It is. Have you been there?
Chatuchak, yeah. But this building here has been here in this condition for years as well. And local traditions say it's haunted as well because people died there. And it's right next to Chatuchak Market. Go figure. Money's more important than ghosts. But
they believe in ghosts, yeah.
Oh, it's a big thing in Thailand. It's the belief in ghosts. So
I asked Kun Maggie last night. She said the truth. They do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They do believe it.
Property developers, the deals fall through and they can't afford to do things.
That's when you
Southorn unique ghost tower. That's something you can probably check out. Clearly visible from Yana, a short walk away. Okay, this is one place I have been. This is the Bangkok Arts and Culture Centre. I went there with Psycho Cody. Met him up at the BTS station on the National Stadium BTS. We went and had a wander through the MBK, and this is on the walkway going to the National Stadium BTS. You can get this actually entrance to it. They were doing a Queen Siricet photography exhibition we were there last.
Oh, Luke. Become an anti. What is it? An arty pants. Okay. Become an arty pants.
Become it. Oh, Luke, Lucky Luke. Okay, yeah, g'day, Lucky. Lucky Luke. Lucky Luke. Yeah, so there's no cover charge from what I remember. What's this one? Feed, just kidding. Check out these crocodiles at what too? Okay, crocodiles. Are they real crocodiles or are they fakes?
Yeah, they would be. No, they would be. They feed them chicken and frogs' legs and stuff. I don't know.
Well, this looks like it's run by monks, so it's not one of these ones that's doing it.
Yeah, that'd be real. I mean, they wouldn't be plastic ones.
No, crocodile. This we got the one out here, the elephant park, just a little bit further west of us, which I think is fairly well run. You can ride the elephants there, and they've got the crocodiles. And I've been there a couple of times, expecting to get that viral video of somebody getting their arm eaten off, but hasn't happened. There is another crocodile park south of the city. Don't want to sort of sound like I'm, kicking a dead horse on this one, but it really has a bad reputation. I went there a few years ago, and even a few years ago it was quite well run down. Where is it? That's right, the Sampran, somewhat Prakran Crocodile Farm. It's getting a pretty bad reviews these days, and it's dropped down to quite a bit of a score there. But white people pay 8 times the Thai price. Yes, so they're also gouging the price.
It's 8-tier pricing, not 2-tier.
Yeah, but yeah, this one here might be something to go and check out. Don't quite have a sort of, where is that? See if I can get a location on that one. Okay, so that's a little there. So what do they sort of say? It's at take the beaters up and tucks in, walk to the pier, take the boat to.
Probably a good idea. Look it up on Google Maps, and then you go to Wikipedia, and you get all the details on it.
It just says what Chakrawat. So what Chakrawat there? That's the what. There's 1,600 photos there, so it's probably a bit of a difficult one to try to drill in on. Maybe it is in there. Maybe there's just... Oh, okay, there it is. There's some crocodiles there. So it's actually in that what? Yeah, there we go. They have a few pets. Okay, well there you go.
Imagine walking there by chance, and then you don't know it's croc. You'd shit yourself, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Watch a mesmerizingly. Okay, Stephen, is that a real word?
Yeah, it says watch a miserable simple dance. Oh, sorry, mesmerizingly.
Is that a real word?
Well, it's an attempt at an adverb. I think it is. It's got L1.
Okay.
So mesmerise is the verb, and mesmerising, the adjective, and mesmerisingly make it into an adverb, I guess. I think it is. Yeah,
simple dance performance. Klong Bang Look Artist House. Klong Bang Luke. Sorry, Klong Bang Loon.
It probably could have done without the L-Y. I just kept it as an adjective. But anyway.
I know that's the artist house out near us. Okay, this is the place. So, Klong Bang Loon Floating Market. Klong Bang Loon, okay. It's not the floating market I'm familiar with. The one I'm thinking of is the one out here. Where is it? Klong Lak Mayong. Why is it not showing up on my pins? Because I'm on my wrong account, aren't I? Yep, that'd be right. Klong Lak Mayong. Anyway, so that's another. I didn't realise another floating market here. Something might go, but it looks like they might go up to the artist house, which is the same one that I've been to, or maybe it's not. I don't know, because the artist house is something that I thought there was only one artist house. That's not that one. I think it's a loose terminology. Everything's an artist house. Artists used to live there. A lot of artist people in Thailand, I guess. Looking at those pictures, they don't look like the same ones that I've done to the same artist house, so I guess it's a different one. Yeah, so we've got that Klong Bang Luang artist house, and then we've also got the Klong Lat Myong, which will take you on a bit of a scenic tour on the Klong there, and they also stop another artist house, which we've done a video.
Good day out, but a bit touristy.
Yeah.
Nice day out there.
Keep your senses in your pants, Pat Pong.
Oh, that sounds better.
Keep your senses in your pants. This is the exact opposite of what most male tourists are trying to do in Pat Pong. But it is an interesting area to visit during the daytime. There's lots and lots of stuff to do there.
Oh, look, they're making generalisations. We don't all go there for sex.
Don't we? Oh, okay.
I go there for the temples, Pat Pong Temple.
Pat Pong Temple. Is there a temple? I'm sure there's a temple there somewhere.
Yeah, I go there. That's where that's the only reason I would go.
Anyway, so we all know where Pat Pong is. Well, let's skip over that one.
Which one are you talking about? Sick bastard.
Set sail for awesomeness at a one-of-a-kind boat temple. What?
Awesomeness, is that a word? Never mind about mesmerising.
Yeah, that's there we go. So.
Set sail for awesomeness. Woo! Who writes these titles? What Yanawa, Japanese what?
I don't want to go there. I want to go. Come on, just.
SB says Nana is an Indian family name. Yes, okay. One nun Nana to make sure the other nun didn't get none.
So this is just next near Sanam Taksin, the Taksin Pier. If you don't know where Jack's Bar is, Jack's Bar's up there, so that could be something we could add to a walkabout in the area. Got to get to more of these walkabouts done. So Tim's have been busy lately. Nobody else has sort of popped up and said, let's do a walkabout. So always ready to do a walkabout. I just have to sit down and do a 3-station that's all in walking distance. The last big walkabout we did, God, that was a whole day's journey. What was that? That's the thing there. So that's that tower. Chant, open sesame. Papaya Village shop. If Alice had gone down the rabbit hole and ended up in Ali Baba's den, it would look pretty much the same as what you would find in Papaya Village shop. Okay.
I hate people who make Alice in Wonderland quotes. I hate them.
Yep. We've got some Marvel figurines there. Okay.
In a rabbit hole. It's one of my pet hates. I hate it.
See if we can find a location. They're not giving us. So this article would be so much better if they actually put all the Google Map pins in.
Papaya Vintage Shop. That'll be interesting.
Okay.
Is it papaya? Papaya or papaya?
It's Papaya Design Studio. That's Papaya Vintage Shop. So I'm guessing it's around that area.
Yet they say papaya salad, papaya design. Oh, okay, might be. You look.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Look at that, would you? Let's go full screen on that one.
6'9" Robert Mack is in the house. Hello, Warren, and all watching.
Robert Mack, g'day. Oh my God, that's it looks something out of Alice in Wonderland or something. I'm pretty sure that's what they're talking about. Bizarre. Looks like it's remember what's that IT store? Pantip Plaza, but for antique furniture.
Yeah, I like these sort of places. Can you buy the stuff?
I don't know. I think it's probably worth a look around. It's probably worth a video.
You might be able to get a vintage guitar or a
Yeah.
typewriter or
I
something.
might put that on my to-do list. So stay tuned for the video. You never know.
Get a few pictures for your new house. They've got a few there.
Of course, this is the Mac Long Railway Market. A lot of people do video. I still haven't been down there. Here's me, I'm a bloody train fanatic. I still haven't been down there to check this train out.
Yeah, you got to go.
Again, it's just one of those sort of things. You got to. The trains only run certain times, and to actually get that photo, you've got so many tourists around. You know, just got to pick your timing.
That looks like a fake picture almost, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it? Yeah.
Apparently, what you do is you stick your head out, and the train comes, and you stick it back in, and it goes or something. I don't know.
Yeah. So here, so opening hours daily from 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Train arrival time at Meeklong Railway is 8:30 a.m., 11:10 a.m. and 2:30 p.m. I guess, and 5:40 p.m. So there's only
It's free.
there's only four
Yeah.
times you can actually sort of see this train,
Yeah.
go through the market for supposedly. And it comes in and then goes back out again at that time. It's the end of the station.
Yeah, it's funny watching them pull all the stuff back in and out.
Yeah, and where is it? If we close that down, if we go and zoom right out, it's all the way down here. Now, if I get this
That
right,
Arco is made for Robert Mack. It's got a 20-foot ceiling.
I'm pretty sure it's just. If you look at it here, this is the railway crossing the street, and I think this is where the market itself is. Right, so it's a terminating station, and the train comes in there. Looks like the Google Street View didn't manage to catch it at that time of the day. They didn't stick around for it.
Shot. That's a pretty good shot there. It just shows you where it all is.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah.
there's the actual station. The train comes in. I don't know if there's another crossing here as well. Okay. So it's fairly localised. Doesn't look like there's much of a market there. So that's just one street away. It's just basically this area here.
It's just the one intersection, I think. Yeah, well, that's it. And then you go into the main town. I think I saw it on a few vloggers' videos.
I did that, and it's here. Put the thing in the right place, yes.
Pretty sure there's a few of them around Asia.
It just looks like there's a second siding line that doesn't get used.
Yeah.
Don't think we're going to get any closer.
I think you can go at night as well as during the day.
Yeah, it's just, that's the actual station. Yeah, and yeah. There's no more.
Robert Mack says, in Vietnam, our ceilings are high, and my California properties approximately 10 ceilings. I'm good for changing light bulbs.
That's a shot of the
6'9".
train in the station there.
6'9", Warren.
Oh yeah, so he must end up with a bruised forehead when he comes to Thailand.
Imagine him. He must get some stairs.
Yeah, I know. I'm always ducking. Enjoy your business. No, seriously, the toilets on the terminal. I don't know why anybody would really want to talk about the toilets in Terminal 21, but it is an interesting layout they've got here with this, San Francisco bridge. But the toilets supposedly are a thing to see if you're into toilets, I guess.
They might be. That's where the seats open automatically and play music, and then you can wash your ass with a remote control.
This is the one that's now closed. Have a taste for futuristic agriculture and the largest sky garden, Siam green sky.
Bill Simpson's got a positive feedback on that one. He says, being there, it's crap.
Which one? The Terminal 21, the toilets? Or this one?
The toilets, it makes sense.
Yeah, toilets are crap, yeah.
See, I still got it.
You still got it. Okay, 21. Float through skyscraper boat ride on the Asiatique market. Yeah, we've taken the boat down to the Asiatique market once.
Dundies, you're talking about the toilets, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that makes,
The
I think
Ferris wheel at Asiatique is definitely a must go on, but you're going to be sitting in the queue there for a fair long time.
the joke, Bill, we understand.
But don't worry, there's plenty of food, right? Food stalls, like you have to actually queue through the food stalls. So if you're getting a bit peckish, you just grab the food and eat it on the way. Yeah. But Asiatique, it's one of those places. It is quite interesting to go there. Um, I had my fish my what they foot massage by feet. You know, the little fish thing. You know, they do that shit.
If you're a bit peckish, just go down Peckerson Road.
Okay. Indulge in rooftop extra at the Vertigo Bar and Moon Bar, the Red Sky and the Vibe River.
Why do they call it Vertigo?
Because it's high. There's lots of bars. It's one of those things I've sort of said, you know, maybe we should do a series on all the sky bars around Bangkok. But unfortunately, it's just so bloody expensive, you know, just to even go up on some of them, you know. They were charging 450 baht, I think, on 450 baht a beer in the one we went to. Some of these you're paying 600 or 700 baht for a beer.
Yeah, if we go there, we'll just take some up from 7-Eleven.
Yeah, that's it. We'll do a Stephen, yeah.
We'll be a King Yao.
Okay, so 6
Walking
p.m.
with our
to
three beers and say, Sabadi, mate. I say, Sabadi, Fab, take a seat.
so which one is it? 2100 Bantry Hotel. South Sathon. Do we get a zoom in on that one? Bantry, Bangkok. Is that South Sathon? I would have called that East Sathon. I would have called this area South Sathon. That looks like North Sathon. God, people just don't know North and South. Okay, so I'm sure that if we yeah, so this looks like where it is. This is where all the people take their photos and. Oh, that's from the pool. Okay, it's not from the top. They didn't pick the right pin. You might have to go to us.
There's Joe's place. One of Joe's.
Is it?
Well, so he's got a very nice apartment, apparently.
Apparently.
Very nice. 30 grand a month. Very nice. Balcony. He's got one of the best views, night views in town.
I can't quite pick where the actual. Anyway, so that's roughly the area. That's Lumpini Park. I know when we went to see Jono, the place he stays at was around here, wasn't it? Was it around there? It was Lumpini Park, Ceylon Station. No, okay, so that's that one there.
Probably you've been to Lumpini Park.
Oh, he was at here, I think, the Pantip Suites. That was where Jono stays, Pantip Suites. Oh, okay. There's a few other things to do in the centre of the city there. Was it 22B? Great vibes. That's the Red Sky. So just doing a few of these sky bars. So it looks like they've covered a few of them there. And number 23. Was 23 things to do around the place, was it? Okay. Pay a visit to the European-styled former Royal Palace, Ministry of Defence. Okay.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
You're making notes?
No, I mean, that seems I'm not making notes now.
Oh, you have for all the places you want to go and visit when you come here.
Oh, yeah, well, some of those on there. Not all of them. I would like to go. The train doesn't interest me that much. Does it interest you?
Well, I said I would just to sort of say that I've been there, you know, add it to my bucket list.
Okay. Oh, get the T-shirt, yeah. No, I think the
been
definitely
there, got the T-shirt. Anyway, so there we go.
I'd like to go to that. Yeah, there's a few there I'd like to go to. I don't want to go to the rooftop bar, unless you're shouting.
Yeah. Unless, of course, we can take up from 7-Eleven.
Buy 2 beers and then I'll take you to 7-Eleven.
Exactly. Anyway, so that's all I had.
900 baht, and mine will cost about 60.
Yeah, that's all I. So that Bill Simpson, that's the one from they filmed The Hangover at.
That's
Um,
your lot. That's all I've got.
that's yeah. Well, that was all I had lined up for today. It is the Monday night one there for Australian viewers.
Very good. That was very interesting, right?
Lebua Tower. Where's Lebua Tower? Well, let's see if we can find Lebua Tower. Bill Simpson's made a point of that one. Okay.
Interestingly enough, having lived in Bangkok, probably like you for 2 years, there are lots of little places that I think they wouldn't even put on the top 23. There's many, many places that are interesting in Bangkok. You can go wander off down a little street and you'll find all sorts of things. Good restaurants, good massage places. I used to play, go to the golf range on Sukhumvit Road to practice my golf. So it really depends on your interest and what you want to do. If you explore, there's heaps to see in Bangkok. It really is. I like it.
Okay, the dome at Lebua. I don't know. Is that what we're talking about here? That's an interesting looking place. Looks rather salubrious. I'm in the middle of the photo again. Yeah. Yeah.
You get some really posh places.
There is seriously some interesting restaurants. You know, God, that's a mouthful of food probably cost you 1,000 baht.
Yeah, these days you'd be paying a fortune for it. But just going once now and then is okay.
Yes, they filmed The Hangover. They filmed The Hangover. Was The Hangover filmed here? Was it? It's been so long since I must go back and rewatch Hangover 2 again, just to familiarise myself with the places, because I saw that movie before I moved to Bangkok. So no, probably worth going and seeing that, and that movie from, what was it? Bangkok Dangerous with Nicolas Cage. Now that I've lived here a bit, those two movies I saw before I came here, and probably maybe spot the location in the different movies.
Bangkok can be as dangerous or as safe as you want it to be, but there are some unexpecteds. Just got to be careful.
Yes.
Depends where you go.
Chow, the crazy Thai drug dealer.
Chow.
Anyway, so, well, thanks for joining. We're going to wrap it up here. There's nothing much to do, but not much to talk about, is there?
No, I think that's just about done. It's short and sweet. Cue the song and get off.
Cue the song and get off. Of course, you can't hear the cueing the song, but I'll tell you when I start it. Don't worry, you can sing along out of key and out of sequence.
Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, thanks for watch it. The best movie ever. Anyway, so how do we go today before we wrap it up?
D3 just arrived. Bad luck,
D3. D3's just arrived. Well, we're hanging around there. We've still got 28 people watching. I've just run out of things to talk about.
Any suggestions or questions or?
Do we want to do a street view on Google Maps or something, just to pass the time?
Do Google Maps on Nana or something.
Google Maps doesn't have Nana pictures. I don't think, does it?
Let's not drag the show down.
Okay, you've now got me thinking. Is there any photos?
Yeah, there would be.
Let's zoom in.
Suckerhorn's got Suckerhorn's got him on his archive.
Let's zoom in.
They have to write it. They've got to write a special letter to Suckerhorn to get them sent to them.
Nana Plaza. Here we go. Okay, so. Oh, we've got a few little sort of circles in here. I wonder what we got in here.
Do Thai nationals get free health insurance?
Spankies?
I don't know. I think so, Bill. I'm not sure.
There's Spankies. There's the seating outside Spankies. There's Spankies.
Warren knows all these bars.
There's a few more. Looks like we can do a bit of cruising around. There we go. This is about as much as we're going to get of Nana Plus. Oh, that was before they put the roof on.
And you got no, that's Nana, sorry. I was talking about Patpong. You got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, Nana Plaza, yeah.
Yeah, so that's what this is what it was before. They had the tent across the centre bar, and it was all open to the weather. Now the whole thing's enclosed. That's a good.
Archie Luxury calls it a World Heritage Site.
Does he?
Yeah, he reckons if they ever knock that down, that's it.
Yeah, so it doesn't look like any new ones.
No, it looks the same sort of setup. I mean, I haven't been yet, so I'm told.
Plaza. Let's just see what other photos we got in here. See what other photos we can steal and make a. I don't think we got that one. Yep, I know I've got a shot from outside.
It's gone from galleries to Nana Plaza.
Well, I think it's much more interesting than overpriced food. Plenty of food at Nana Plaza.
House.
Again, another photo before they put the cover on. Looks like it's been raining then. Place looks completely different now that they got the roof on, I tell you.
SB says, I'll meet up with you, Warren, and bring my dad.
Oh, look, it's all right, Stephen. We can go. There is a temple. There was a...
I told you. Yeah, I told you. That's the one I said at. Well, the others go to the bar. That's it. Yeah, that was the one I remember.
That's right. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Oh, I still got the same flowers I bought. Yep. Coffee. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, anyway, a bit of a snapshot of Nana Plaza there. Why not? With the Crispy, it was just a car park back then.
Park in Berlitz, a sock. That's where I used to work.
Where?
For a while. Berlitz Language School, a sock, when I was trying to get a bit of money. Berlitz,
a
sock.
Here's a question from Bill. Do Thai nationals get free health insurance? There is a level of free health cover, and it has been in the news lately, but the thing is, they've got their public hospital system. I don't think it's totally free, but effectively it's a doctor's consultation is like the price of a street meal, it's not expensive. And I think
definitely a step down from international hospitals.
Yeah, and if you've got what they call the seniors card or whatever it is, then that's free and so on and so forth. As I said, I don't know all the details, but again, even this is the thing. Even the private hospitals, are cheap. I don't mean the word cheap. I just mean the fact that they're inexpensive in comparison to what you are paying in the West.
Yeah, relatively cheap.
Thais get a 30 baht health care. Okay, so is that what, 30 baht to see the doctor, is it?
But that's nothing.
Okay. Anyway, so what? 20 minutes past the hour. This is only supposed to be an hour show. I think that was an hour's bit. We went to an hour and a quarter. All good. We will sort of. I think what's the next video coming up? I haven't cut it yet. Where's my
your trip to the waterfall?
No, I think the next one, that was the meet-up. That's one I just shot. Okay, the ride video. So I haven't even stitched the ride up yet. Me on a push bike in the park. That's going to be fun. Oh God, look at all the bits and pieces I got to do. That's going to be a bit of a video. Can't even tell much video footage there. So that's the next video. It should be out probably Wednesday or Thursday this week. So keep tuned for that one. And of course there was house hunting, and then of course there was us hanging out. Where are we? Oops. And I did that. I had that queued up. This is obviously out at the. That's not my video, and it's only done at 480p, so I can't really use much of it. Let me go back to the song. And I'm not going to start the song yet. Anyway, so there's a couple of videos in the can, and of course, that last Sunday's one. And I don't know what we're planned for this Wednesday, but
you got 34 watching it, Warren. It's gone. just when you're about to close.
I know. This is what I've been thinking. Maybe I do need to shift the whole time of this one to 6 o'clock in the evening. I don't know.
Put a thumbs up, guys, if you'd like Warren to do a longer live stream.
Okay, so like that's a good question. Like, I'll throw that out. I can't do a poll on this thing here right now, unfortunately. I don't think they let me do any sort of polling. But I've set this for 5 p.m. Thai time, so it gets sort of Sydney 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. That's in amongst the regular 8:30 rubbish viewing in Sydney. But of course, Sydney's on the east coast, and you've got west coast. Stephen's only an hour behind, and
we've got one thumbs up from Bill Simpson. Thumbs up, guys, if you want Warren to go longer.
Yes.
Monday stream.
Well, that's not so much that. Starting later, right? So the reason why I started at 5 o'clock is the fact that I normally go and grab food about 6 o'clock, right? And if I start at 6 o'clock, that means it's putting food off till.
I think the start time's okay. We're just talking about the finish time.
Yeah, well, I'd have to make sure I got more material, you see.
Yeah. Not prepared, guys, for Christ's sake.
It's crispy. He's got a little thumbs up.
Yeah. I only got notification of your stream 5 minutes ago, Dilson.
Well, you got to, I do put the timings up. I said I only have the next one listed on the channel, right? There's a little bell thing, so that like when these things come up, there's a little bell shot that you get. This is remind me, so it tends to remind you just before it. I think 15 or 30 minutes. I don't click my own bell. So when does it actually remind you? Half an hour before it starts, or what?
I've never noticed.
I believe it sort of notifies you before it starts if you've actually clicked the bell, and it puts a reminder somewhere as well. Then again, if you've actually subscribed to the channel, make sure you have the little bell thing on the subscribe thing. Right, that also makes sure it sends you an email. So if it's on your phone should beep you that an email's been sent or something to remind you that it's going live. I also have Facebook. Again, I do put a post up on Facebook to say we're going live about 10 minutes before we start. But not everybody's sort of onto Facebook, and most people ignore that shit anyway because it's Facebook. But I do my best to tell everybody. I've got a list. Like if you want me to make a line list, I actually have a couple of line lists. I can put a post up in a line as well. Try to let you know what's going, but it gets to be a job. It takes 15 minutes to tell everybody that the stream's starting. Chanya rings my wife to tell me. All right. Go on.
My butler comes and rings the bell when it's ready.
Oh, is that right? Yeah. Chanya rings my wife to tell me to tell yeah, tell her to tell me. Yeah.
Tell me.
Dalton J gave me the reminder about 5 minutes ago. Subbed and clicked for notifications. Okay. The YouTube's having some troubles lately. I won't go into this.
Bill Simpson, can't you phone everyone and tell them?
Yeah, okay. Just leave your phone number down below, and we'll start all the heavy breathing. Warren's starting. Warren's stream starting. I got the heavy breathing. Warren's stream starting.
Oh no, that's going to put me off for good.
And of course, if you're getting any nice Bangkok sky shots in 1080p,
Here's your notices, everybody. Pornhub starting.
Pornhub. I'm having trouble keeping track of what's going on. Did we miss any? Did we miss anything in the conversation? It's been a bit light on the conversation, maybe because of the fact the two of us talk all the time.
No, I was pretty quiet this one. It was just you rambling on. No, I'm just...
let's put it this way. We've got some things lined up to do for wandering around the city. A few more explorations to do. Again, Tuesday night meetups every second week in the Down Under Bar at the moment. And of course, you know, I'm now regularly attending. I've got it in my calendar to regularly attend the FFB meetup on Fridays with Jerry and the gang. That's every week, not every second week. I just can't afford to drink every week. You know, no super chats. There we go. I don't get to drink beer tomorrow night. No super chat. Jesus Christ. What am I going to do?
I can't keep super chatting you.
No, that's right. Well, I have to pay you back. I got to take you out to the restaurant keep
that in the money jar.
Keep that in the money jar. We could always start a swear jar. Geez, you'd be topping that one up, wouldn't you?
Hey, can't. At least I only say things like bugger and bottom.
Chris B, I'm watching this in year 2022. Johnny Siam, hot off the press, insurance will be enforced, but there will not be any problem with the OA to change. Yeah, that's right. I did cover that one, Johnny. That was the one article I did put up before. I don't know. I thought you were here when I did that one. That was from the Phuket News. Where's my live stream discussions? Oh, there we go. Throw that in there. I just didn't go into much details about it because again, it's just like sort of these things that they will tend to be changed as they realise they've made a mistake.
Chris, I want a microphone. My fingers are sore.
Well, you're quite welcome to come on, Chris. He's probably another one of these people that has a face for radio. Just like
I was only joking. I was only joking when I said that, Ryan.
It's sticking. Don't worry.
I just sound like Kermit the Frog. That's all.
Anyway, so there will be a few videos out about this over the next couple of weeks. I can't be bothered making these sort of sensational videos. Again, that's probably why my channel doesn't grow at a mega rate, because I can't be bothered.
They're boring. Leave that to other channels.
Leave it to the other channels. I want to.
Just fun things, positive things, you know.
Yeah, if you notice that the classification my channel's under is under entertainment, right? Hopefully I will become entertaining at some stage. That's wishful thinking. But yeah, there is this loophole that's been discovered.
I believe you just cracked a joke, Warren.
Did I? Maybe it's just hanging around.
My channel's for entertainment. Hopefully it'll become entertaining one day. I don't think you meant it.
Maybe it's just hanging around with you, Stephen. He said, "Chris B, I sound like John Laws." Well, we actually might be at thousands of viewers. You know, if we've got somebody who sounds like John Laws.
Looks a bit like John Laws, I have to say.
All I see is that little round circle with the the avatar from YouTube.
You need a golden mic.
Wazza, ever been to W District Beer Garden? Is that a place we should have a look at? W District.
It's a West District.
I don't know. Trouble is when you go into go away. Go into that one. Thank you. Go maps. See, when you put in, if I zoom into Bangkok, and then go beer garden.
Bill Simpson says next he'll be wanting cash for comments.
Oh yeah, well I won't say no to that, but yeah, so there's a few beer gardens there's quite a few beer gardens. It seems like it doesn't matter. You're in Thailand, you can just call yourself a beer garden, you know. You don't
Bangkok is one big beer garden.
You don't actually have to sell beer either.
You can't get pissed in Bangkok, you're not trying.
Terrace 22, okay, Terrace 22, it says it's a beer garden, but, no photos, but, can we have some photos?
No photo, mister, no photo.
Yeah, it's a popular thing. So, yeah, so where were we? So, beer garden, W District. What's a W district?
WWW. That's George Bush. WWW. Brian Frayne said, "Hi, just tuned in. Did you have any food chat this week?" Not sure.
Oh, we did. We went
Don't
up.
think so.
We did that sort of zooming up to the top of that thing, that really expensive looking food where
Oh yeah,
you're paying $1,000 per
yeah,
mouthful. Yeah. Um,
yeah.
Bush garden.
What's your favourite brand of massage oil? Well, there's a few questions here.
Bush garden. What the?
Any views on
Bush
any
garden?
views on house hunting? Yeah, how's the house hunting going, Warren?
Well, it's not the end of the month yet, so she'll go to the bank probably next week or the week after, and when find out how much she can borrow. That's part of the plan. I got a couple of places in mind to go and check out for there's a couple of other estates out here I want to go and check out. There's actually one around the back of us where we live here. Well, where's my house? Peckham Road. That's the university. There we go.
I can't get that name out of my head. Pakistan.
Right, so there's our moo barn over here. There's the Diamond Tarak village. But just around here, this is the back out. Yeah, okay. This is what they call Park Resort. I don't think we've got a street view in here. And even that street view there, we'll probably only have it under construction. Yeah, geez, that was a while ago. Was it 2000? No, image view 2019. Holy shit. Yeah, so that whole green area there's a whole estate in there now. We can see it when we look at if we look at the satellite view. That's up to date, but they seriously threw this up in 12 months.
Technology.
Unfortunately, I think they only had 2 bedroom, and actually goes around the corner there. Oh, okay, they've done more. Wow, I only thought it was here. Street it looks like it goes out, and they're building more. Okay, that might be worth checking out. Let's see if we want to go and check that one out tomorrow. But it's one of the ones we wanted to like. You can see. I saw that we tried to get in there a little while ago, and they wouldn't let us in because it's still under construction. Safety concerns, I guess. But looks like that.
Promenade there looks promising.
11 photos. Somebody building. Not quite sure what that's supposed to achieve. Grocery store. I wouldn't have thought you'd ever put a grocery store in there, but I'm sure it looks like it's part of the same thing. Anyway, we might get to have a chance to look in there. I don't know. Depends if they like to take. I like to do one with camera work and one with to top up. But there's a whole bunch of them around here. There's another village out here that's a bit older. I'm still keen to look to like when Joe mentioned that thing with that he found up in Northernbury. That was 1.2 million. It was just sort of a little bit run down, and they got in there and they did it all up, and now it's on the market for 2 million. So I've been thinking that. Sorry, Stephen can mention anything about Kevin. As far as I know, he's just still on the road to recovery. Nothing more to be said about that. But yeah.
Hold on, Warren. I've just got a phone call. Hold on.
Okay.
Hello.
And we'll have to just mute you. So
yeah, good man. How are you?
This is Mum.
Yeah, it came on last night.
Okay, let's just turn him down a bit so I know he's there.
No, I didn't find out.
We don't want to actually. He'll not notice that I haven't muted. I've muted. Let's just mute him for a minute. He'll have to come back on and tell us. Anyway, so there's a few estates around this area that we can look at, and the biggest point is we've got to look at the fact that Chanya works. And where are we? Where's the soy 110? Huddis 112. This is soy 110. and I can't. It's not my map. It's not. It doesn't have my pins on it. Okay, so that's where Chanya's business is. So really, when we zoom out, this is about as far as we really want to be covering in any way, any lake. Oh, so let me get out of the freaking picture again. So when it comes to location, we're looking somewhere in this general vicinity. As you can see, these are all the villages. Chachai village, Rom Pradu village, Krung Trong village. We are in Nong Kam Plu village. That's where we live now. The one we did the other day was just in this new estate here. So there's plenty of places, and they're all going up all the time. All this farming area gets turned into villages as we go along. This is the area to be in now, you know, and everything's going up in price because, as I said, the MRT, it currently finishes here, but it goes all the way out to here in the next 5 years. So it's going to be a really hot property. But yeah, so we'll just keep on looking. Right now, our biggest problem is we just don't know how much we can borrow. And I'm certainly not going to spend all my money on it and buy a house outright because that's just too much of a risk. Not so much for family, but too much of a risk for changes in Thailand law and kicking all the expats out of the country. Kicking all the country out of the expats. Tongue tied again. Anyway, get off the screen there. Stephen, you still there? You want to get back on yet? Or what? Are you still talking? I know he can hear me, but because I've got to mute him. Are you on the phone still, Stephen? Oh, I see Oggie's joined us as well. G'day, Oggie. How you doing?
Good morning, sir. How's it going your end?
Oh, we're going all right. We were going to be wrapping it up, and then more people joined the stream. So I'm now starting to wonder whether we should actually start the stream at 6 o'clock at night, as opposed to 5 o'clock. I don't want to keep everybody up at all hours of the morning. I think Stephen's muted his end, which is the main thing. That's the best thing. So we've got a few people. We got a troll. Okay, just time the troll out. You back with us, Stephen? Are you? He's still in the background there. Let me just mute him for a little bit longer.
That's funny. When you're just muting him to you. I still hear, at least on the Discord.
Ah, but then he's still on there. Yeah, okay. So if he just let me know if he comes on. I just want him to see his phone. By muting on Discord, it doesn't come through the live stream. You see. But you can tell me if he comes on, okay? Just when he's finished his phone call, at least, anyway. Yeah, okay. So the best things about beer gardens is it's easy to find a. Bill Simpson's going to get the comedian role. Well, you do. We all hope we keep our fingers. We all keep our fingers crossed for a healthy recovery. It's not going to be the same lifestyle that he had to deal with before the illness, but I believe the cancer has been removed, and that's about all I know. I don't get involved in it. If Kevin wanted people to know how his health was, he'd be out there telling people how his health was. Stephen's very closely associated with Kevin. He talks to him at least every week. And again, it's private conversation. So I'm not sort of interfering. It's one of those sort of things. It's just out of respect. Wish him all the best and all the quick recovery. That's all we can do. 4 a.m. in the US, is it? How is the air quality lately in Bangkok? Yeah, well, we've had some bad weather. It goes up and down. Okay, Google, how is the air... Okay, Google. How is the air quality in Bangkok? You're not going to talk to me? Damn you. Okay, we've got a 76 moderate today. I guess it varies. Again, I don't. It doesn't bother me. I got a big nose. I got a good filter. No, Stephen doesn't have a YouTube channel. If people are going to start saying he should start his own, maybe when he does actually manage to retire here, he might do it to keep himself busy. But as I said, he's got a face for radio. He's got a face for radio, as he says. So, not really. I like to make the joke anyway. Helen Cluck. Damn Google, love it. Yeah, well, sometimes you can ask it questions, it'll talk to you. No, I don't have one of those little house things. I think they listen to you having sex. But yes, I don't notice it. It gets bad. They put a token air filter into the Central Plaza at Bangkok there. If I'm in or around that area, I'll take some photos or throw it into a video somewhere. But I'm pretty sure that it's never going to improve the problem with the fact that we've got a serious problem with the climate change and the weather patterns and everything else and all that stuff that rolls up into a city of 8 million people with pretty much no governance on air pollution. Well, what's going to happen? It's going to get pretty stinky. Remember what it was like in San Francisco 30 years or 40 years ago. It's just going the same way. There's no governance. Don't buy a new house in Thailand. Well, I want to buy something. I'm keen to buy a pre-loved house, but then I got to deal with the whole issue of ghosts with my lovely partner. Has somebody died in the house? Because that's something that they really get concerned about. That's again why you'll find some really good bargains, from what I understand, in the housing sector. But again, they don't get listed on the open market. You've got to basically drive down every street and look at the front of every house, because that's about all the advertising you get. Some more research I was doing recently with the house hunting is the fact that they don't like to take their houses into the housing market like to a realtor, because a realtor is taking sort of 5% of the sale of the house. And you know what Thais are like with money. They're not going to give away 5% of $1 million baht. No way, or 2 million baht. That's 5% of 2 million baht. You get the idea. They'll want to sell it privately, so they put the word out on the street, with friends, and friends tell friends and tell friends, and you just got to keep your ear to the street. You got to bring it up in conversation, and then somebody will come up and say, I know there's one just down the next street. That's why I've really got to get my Thai down pat. I've got to start getting to conversational level Thai. And I'm not getting much of that done, but I'm going to be trying to get sort of 2 days a week in, try to do an hour a day, and see if I can start to get that stuff improved. I haven't started. I've only watched about 5 of Sarah's videos, so I've got to go back through her back catalogue and watch all her videos. She seems to have a quite. I like her style of talking, and she does all the bits and pieces that makes it a bit easier to learn anyway. Who's the most interesting unique subscriber you have? Oh, that's a really good question. I'd have to go back and look at who comments the most. But I got some interesting questions. And I think everybody that I do chat with, and don't forget there's the subscribers on the channel and the people that then hook up and meet up and on Facebook and everything else. And there's the private conversations that get an email as well. Everybody is unique in their own way. I don't think there is any best subscriber. I can't think of a best subscriber. But there are certainly the ones that I go out of my way for as well. Yeah, Thais like to buy new. Travelling man, good afternoon. Thais do like to buy new because I think part of it is the fact that they don't want any ghosts in their house, and that's something that could very well happen if it's a second-hand one. Some second-hand houses look like the people who are selling them have got no idea of reality. They're probably just trying to pay off their, million baht debts because they're asking too much for something that's really run down. It's one of the things that we have to deal with. 2 weeks ago, Kev went home. No more operations needed. Just a couple of monthly checkups. So that's good. Thanks, Brian. A bit of an update there from Brian. We had a big Thai Visa Forum meetup a few years ago. Never again. Yeah. Now this one from the meetup crew, definitely well run. Has nothing to do with Thai Visa, so I guess it's a different category of people. There's a certain category of people that have it, who live in the Thai Visa forums. Let's not say any more about that. Bill Simpson, I won't mention names, but a well-known loved Thai vlogger swears that there is a ghost in the house he lives in, and he's a Yank. Look, you'll either believe in ghosts or you won't believe in ghosts. I believe in ghosts, yes. I also know incantations to rid the house of ghosts or ghostly presences, which have worked in other situations that I've been told have worked when I've done those incantations. I didn't do a dispelling in my house that I lived in, but we had an entity living in my house in Australia, so pretty much for as long as I'd lived there. Supposedly, the research I'd done from that area, our house was actually built on an ancient ceremonial location for the Aboriginal tribe that lived in that area. So we had what they call an entity, that looked after the people in the house, for want of a better word. Always just see it out of the corner of your eye. Never actually get a frontal confrontation, but that's the way it is with these sort of things, That's why we've never actually seen them on camera, because they're all camera shy. So I do believe in ghosts, but as I said, I know a few incantations I can run at the house to dispel any of the evil spirits and make them go and find other places to live. But most people won't believe that shit. I do, and hopefully Chanya will believe it too. Where is it? Don't mention names. Yes, you're right. We're on my Thai wife, and the same about pre-loved houses and ghosts. It's not like Australia, as you're probably aware. If it's a deceased, then the estate agents are obliged. The estate agents are obliged to do what? Oh, they're obliged to tell. Okay, right. Okay. So if it's on the estate agents list, they're obliged to tell you in Australia, or they're obliged to tell you here in Thailand. Not quite sure. Many ghosts in Australia, in Thailand. Yeah, well, again, I'm pretty sure that entities of that nature they live on. This is the thing. We only sort of see 5 or 4% of the visible spectrum of the total spectrum of light, or frequencies that is everywhere. So, what's just outside that peripheral range? What's outside that visible spectrum? We've got instruments that detect, infrared and ultraviolet and, X-rays and gamma rays, but they're devices that have been sort of, built to detect those particular frequencies. Whereas, maybe they're just, it's just not a frequency that's got any apparatus for detection, because it has no scientific interest at this point in time. Who knows? Somebody will come up someday and, build a device that can detect the presence of ghosts. Who knows? So Thomas Ogden, Chuck advises that it is easier to learn Thai by learning the alphabet first. I've been watching, this is something that Sarah talks about on her video series. That's Learn Thai with Sarah. Thai with Sarah. The channel. I'm not going to go back there now. But she mentions that in hers. A few of the videos I've been watching now have been sort of covering the same fact that once you learn the consonants and the vowels, and you can actually sort of vocalize those consonants. I think the one that comes to mind is D. It's part of, which quite often romanized as, I can't even think of the word now. Look, I'm not going to do Thai. So I'm not in that frame of mind. I have to be in the frame of mind to talk Thai. I have to be in the frame of mind to learn Thai. And right now I'm talking a whole bunch of Farang. So that's something I have to get over. I have to be able to switch easily. Being OCD the way I am, I'm in a frame of mind. And to changing frames of mind or frames of reference is impossible. Ever seen a black ghost? Well, the one that was in my house was always a darkly shadow, but then again, it could have been the fact that Aboriginals were dark skinned. So it's just the way it came across to me. Thais do believe in ghosts. They believe in them. I did a lovely video of the place up in Suphanburi. There's a temple out there that it's absolutely crazy, the stuff. They've built all these, human-sized statues of ghosts with having their intestines ripped out, and oh my God, quite scary shit. Well, if for a Thai, I guess it's scary shit. To me, it was just concrete statues. Thais have never seen a Farang ghost, haven't they? How do they know it's a Farang ghost anyway? Always question to ask. I think it would be good fun to have a ghoul living in my... ghoul being in... No, ghouls are actually sort of not actually ghosts. Ghouls will actually eat your intestines, whereas ghosts will just... I don't know, have you ever watched... I think the best TV series out there is Supernatural, Sam and Dean Winchester. Love that series. I'm about 2 seasons behind, but anyway, I binge watch it over a weekend. Do I believe in Cenobites? Well, again, I love the idea of the Hellraiser Cenobites. How they had the little magic box. Anyway, I'm not going to go into it. If you haven't seen the series of Hellraiser, then you know what a Cenobite is. I've done rituals that... let's not go there. Do you think it's possible to summon a portal to hell to allow the inhabitants to walk to earth? Well, that's a good question. Like, hell is a construct of the Christian faith. I don't think it's really... there are other versions. I think the Greek pantheon, we had the 9 planes. But again, that's the Christian faith leverage of the Greek pantheon. There's just so much we don't know. The Buddhist, the 6 planes of the Buddhist reality, the 3 lower planes and the 3 higher planes, and this earthly position is like in the centre. Everybody has their own take on it. Quite frankly, I just think we turn to dust. But what happens to all that information? We could phase into a different existence. Who knows? Not even going to speculate. I'll worry about that when I kick the bucket. Expect when I'm taking a dumb. Except when I'm taking a dumb. That's very personal to me. I'm not quite sure what that means. Dumb, something dumb. I can't pick the word. The alphabet, same as English. The Thai alphabet, same as English. Yeah, but there's 44 consonants and 31 vowels. So at the moment, they all look like ants crawled across the page. That's my position. They also looked a little bit like Austin Spare's sigils from magical incantations, which is another thing that I have to deal with. And I need to remove one set of learning to then substitute a new set of learning, which I just got to be in the right frame of mind for it. And again, it looks a little bit, like I studied the Hebrew language, and God. Cassius, why would people want to leave one hell to come back to another hell? Exactly. Why do exorcists speak in Italian and in Latin and Thai? Well, again, the whole ritual of the exorcism is the fact that it's from a completely different pantheon based on that location in Europe, and Latin was the language that was taught in the churches by the scholars, as Christendom spread throughout the world. So Latin was the supreme language, and then the English was a derivation of the other languages, which became like a common talk. If you played AD&D, then you probably understand the whole idea of common. There is a common vernacular that's been developed over a multitude of languages. There are even Latin phrases in English and Latin words in English. We all know that. It's just the fact that Latin has got nothing to do with Thailand or Asia. It never really spread into this particular area of the world. Christendom spread west. Christendom tried to spread east and was completely denied an existence in most circles because it was foreign to them, and they had quite a well-established religious belief system. Alan, again, Warren, do you believe Western incantation? Do you feel Western incantation is about the words of ghosts and well? There's very few words in the incantations I do. Most of it's very semantic, if you know what I mean. It's a lot of actions. It's like a dance you do. I won't go into it. Which is, again, a dance is a lot more universal than the actual incantation. And there are a few words I would use, but the words are from a different pantheon again. Let's not go. Let's not go into it. I created my own religion. Come on, leave me alone. Seems to work. Farango smell of cheese and milk. Really? I don't know. So cheese is the new thing here in Thailand. Why would they smell of cheese and milk? The whole cheese and milk thing is only something that's really taken hold over the last 20 to 30 years. Troubling man in beer. Latin is the official text for the original religious text that they come from. Yeah. Does anyone know how to call a succubus? Call me later and I'll tell you how to do the spell. John Dee's work will probably give you some clues if you want to look up John Dee. Just to show some Bart in just so some bar, just so some Bart in a beer bar. Succubus is a made up word, but it's a well recognised word in occult theology. When I say occult theology, that's covering all the occult, not just the specific areas. But you might mean the fact that made up word as the fact that made up, as in it's a combination of other words. That's another way you could be looking at it. No, it's trying to get into this sort of mind frame. There's a vlog. What's inside the Thai ghost house? Well, I said I did. Can I bring up my web page? If I go into ghost. Okay, that was the ghost restaurant out there. I thought must be the other. Oh, here we go. So you can't do that on Google on your YouTube search. You can do it on my webpage. Yes, this is the talking about the ghost house. This is the place that has all those statues. It's quite grotesque. It really is. But it's a Valley Log 112. It's from a few years ago. When was that? June 2017. But yeah, like you know where to find it. You can find it. Who is the man and lady in the Thai ghost house? I don't know. Okay, moving along. So a succubus means a female demon. Succubus means succubus means female demon. Incubus means male demon. Well, that's a nice way to put it. Ivan Milat is dead, by the way. Yeah, well, it's an Australian outlaw. But anyway, what are we? So we're up to 7 o'clock. We're gone for 2 hours. What have we got going on here? We're going into a whole different thing, which this is a sort of subject I would do on a completely different channel. If I had a different channel. 30 people still watching though. It's interesting. People seem to think that the stuff we talk about, the random crap that comes out of my head, seems to be quite interesting for people. So, but as I said, I am starting to get on a bit on the peckish side. Stephen, I think he's still talking to his mother, is he? Stephen, are you still talking to your mother?
I haven't heard from him again.
He's still what?
I haven't heard anything more from him.
He must have walked outside. Anyway, thanks for joining us, Oggy, and again, Stephen, thanks for joining us. I will cue the music and get off the screen and let you guys enjoy your regular life. And cue the music, as they say. Winding it up. Talk to you next Saturday. Don't forget, there's a video coming out Thursday for the ride, all that sort of stuff. And maybe we'll see you tomorrow night at the Down Under Bar, or Friday at the Emporium. So stay tuned. Where's my closing screen? Bye for now. Be square.